So it looks like I have to go through this door. A wide-eyed young man in a tattered lab coat confronts you. His beard is bushy and unkempt, but bare patches of skin. You there, who are you? He stalks towards you, hands twitching. How dare you enter my domain? I'm Richard, I'm pleased to meet you. Well, I'm not pleased to meet you. You stand trespassing around my sovereign territory and you have murdered my citizens. You have invaded my home. We've got a live one here, Chief. You're a murderer, a monster, you will pay. Hold up, who are you? I am Philip Rex, the Night King of Cephalin Bioscience. I'll have you banished for your transgression, sir. Banished to the underworld and left to the ravages of the all-powerful Billy. Pause blinking. Hold still while I fetch the robots that will banish you. What are you talking about? I'm the sovereign ruler of this building now and forever. Puffs his chest out even further. By the right of succession, the former laboratory of bioscience belongs to me. Succession who died? Everybody, everyone but me. Once I shared authority with another, my dear friend Heiner. Our Drum Vitel led this building into a golden age. Together we liberated the animal testing labs and annexed them into our territory. But then Heiger got eaten by Billy and the burden of leadership fell onto my shoulders. Did my best to make a good life for the peasantry. I scrubbed their plastic cases on a daily basis and I crooned pleasant melodies to erase their troubled minds. But those days are now over. My peasants are dead. You destroyed something beautiful. Alright, sorry, I'm sorry you're peasants, but I'm on an important quest. I see what's going on here. You've been living here. Oh, well that changes everything. Perilous quests and civilian casualties go like chocolate and peanut butter. I can't stay mad at you for that. Tell me about this quest of yours. I need to get my hands on the BioWare prototypes that were being stored in the Executive Wing. Executive Wing madness. Take this warning, noble stranger. If you attempt to forge your way into that land of milk and honey, you do so at your own peril. The underworld stands between you and your goal. The underworld is home to the murderous Billy. I think I've read about Billy. Is right now. He is much more of a creature of legend. Years of experimentation have made the beast into the ultimate killing machine. He's smarter than 10 men and 5 times as deadly. If Billy is standing away, I guess I've got to kill him. A fool's errand. Heiner tried to kill Billy once. He thought that by eating the beast we could steal its power. Hubris. Billy devoured my friend for his insolence, and the last remaining copy of the keycard E was lost. He was a beautiful fool. That Heiner told him that he didn't need to eat Billy. We could survive indefinitely on synthesized cardiac tissue and choco nubs, but he wouldn't listen. Keycard E was lost, and without it I can no longer access the Executive Wing and the expensive snack bar. I've eaten nothing but vat-grown meta-human organs for a year and a half. Stranger, I would kill for a choco nub. I've heard enough. How do I get to the Executive Wing? Very well, stranger. If you cannot dissuade you, I will help. The ragged lab tech finishes coat pockets. The ragged lab tech fishes in his coat pockets. In his bony hand, he produces a thin slip plastic card. Present you with it with a flourish. This is my most prized possession, the incomparable keycard B. Using this, you might descend to the underworld and face Billy. If you should survive the encounter, search the long missing keycard E. Use it to reopen the Executive Wing, and I will see that you are richly rewarded. I'm going to check behind him, see what's here. So he's got machines, surveillance terminal. Search the machine's video archives. Padding through the computer file, you find a number of arcade videos in the building surveillance system. In addition, episode 1 through 6 of an old Scandinavian period fantasy called Night Kings of Light and Hood has been saved to the machine's desktop. I remember that show. It was horrible. I mean, really bad. Made Neil York Barbarian looks like high art. Me and my buddies in Sharon Heron used to get high and laugh. It only ran for 7 episodes before it got pulled. According to the computer file, each of the 6 episodes has been viewed over 400 times in the past 2 years. The last marathon viewing was this morning. Watched the archive 18 months ago. Video feed kicks in. Philip is engaged in an animated discussion with someone who is standing just outside the camera's range. See his shoes and shadow but nothing else. The voice sounds human, so you guess his camera's off speaker. He was about 20. Look, we survived this long way. If we play our cards right, we'll do proper bit of rationing. I'd reckon that we can live off the executive snack bar for a long time to come. Plenty of fat and sugar. There wouldn't be a problem. We've got to mix nuts for protein. And then we can get our vitamins and minerals from diet bars. There aren't many of those, but say we ration them. Willing to bet that we can hold out for 2 to 3 months on what's stashed there in the snack bar. Sure, we'll rescue before we run dry. You're feeling yourself, man. Ignoring an unpleasant truth rather than facing it, we have to accept the fact that we'll be stuck in here for a long haul. The snacks are great and all, but they can't be our staple food stuff. We need to stretch them out as far as humanly possible, and that means supplementing them with something more substantial. You don't mean that? Look, just think about it, like farming, right? If we look after our crops, we'll always have food to eat. We've got enough supplies on hand to keep tissue cultivation and the organ chem wing growing indefinitely. What I'm talking about is growing meat for our own survival, that is it. Metahuman meat, Phil. Synthesized hearts and livers and kidneys grown to be implanted into people like you and me. You're talking about eating people parts, it's fucking disgusting, I won't do it. Unless you fancy dying of malnutrition, you're going to have to. You know that as well as I do. Organ meat is rich in vitamins and minerals. Chlorine, CoQ10, vitamin D, bioavailable iron, all the stuff that we need to go to survive in the long term. You won't find much vitamin D in Littering sticks and choco nubs. You're talking like it's never going to get rescued. We're in Berlin. Who do you think is coming? You need to be prepared for survival for the long term, maybe years, and that means the most resources are at our disposal. You're talking about resorting to cannibalism, man. No, I'm talking about eating meat. 11 months ago, video feed flickers. Into a room, you find Philip standing in the corner of a room. Now sees haggard, exhausted, and carries haunted looks in his eyes. Heiner is absent. Cheats inside music pipes in from somewhere off screen. Philip turns to stare in the direction that the music came from. Smooth baritone voice sings out in the phrase in Slovak. Half second later, a different voice shouts a translation in German. Night Kings of Lightenhold. Oh man. That's it, that's the show. Forgot about how bad the dub joke was. Philip stares glassy-eyed as the show begins. Since the music blares, Deep Trolley's voice rumbles out of the media centre speakers. I, Trotinus Rex, will defend my realm. I do swear it before my magical sword, Aragnar. This I do swear. An almighty breathy elvish voice sings out in response. But Titanus, the jubilant hordes will smite you if you stay. The people in that valley are only peasants. You need not throw your life away for them. Flee with me into the enchanted woods of Talashin. Please make this stop. My life is sworn to protect those peasants. She-elf, run back to your enchanted trees if you will, but the Night King will never flee. Her voice comes out in a litting wail. You cannot die, I love you. And go to your father and beseech him to rally his elven troops southwards, for if Titanus Rex should fall, Lightning Hold will fall, and Lightning Hold will not fall. Troll drones on, audibly struggling to emote, and occasionally tripping over his lines. Accordingly, the acting quality is rough on par, what you expect from a primary school Christmas pageant. Philip stares at the screen, chewing his meat. His nose is wrinkled in distaste, and his fists clench and unclench. 14 months ago, an image flickers. Philip's leaning against the wall, loosely chewing on an unidentified hunk of cooked meat. He looks miserable. The drone comes to expect him and then pushes him away. Angry voice cracks over the intercom. Philip, I'm going now, Philip. No more arguments, okay? There's a long pause. In lieu of responding, Philip takes another bite of the meat and gashes it with his teeth. I'll kill that fucking thing you see. That goddamn basilisk is going down. Once we get down into the sewers again, we might be able to find a way out. This is our chance, Philip. Wish me luck. 8 months ago. Screen flickers. Video feed of Philip pops onto the screen. He's standing in the corner watching an episode of Knight Errants of Lightning Hood. His jaw hangs slack, and he stares at the screen in rapt attention. But Father Titanus Rex is risking his life, nay, say his very soul, to defend Lightning Hold from the Jubba horns. His enchanted sword, Agranor, feeds upon his honour and bravery, seeks to transform into a noble Night King, into an evil demon lord. Philip's lip moves slightly, mouthing the words as they are spoken. Evidently, he has committed the entire script to memory. My darling daughter, that is why I cannot send my troops. Your beloved Titanus Rex walks a knife edge between light and darkness every time he draws that devil blade from its scabbard. It is long past time that you learnt the truth about me, Brennan Thay. I was the one who trapped the demon lord Carabalk within the blade. The breathy actress lets out a sharp gasp. Phil mimes the motion, and a tear begins to trace its way down his cheek. But father, you can't mean... Yes, my daughter, I was the one called Thunderspear, sworn enemy of Titus Rex's people, the Hongar barbarian tribe. Then all of this is your fault. The Travelers are the threat to my beloved soul, all of that. It was the only way to save Talasheen, my darling daughter, Talasheen and your mother, whom I hid away when you were but a girl. She still lives. Security drone floats by to inspect Philip. Idly reaches out and begins to stroke the casing, petting it as if it was a house cat. The video feeds and splutters out, and you find yourself back at the main menu. Watch the security archive today. Screen flickers. Philip appears on screen. He appears to be dancing with one of the security drones. Little machine waves and bobs frantically to avoid colliding with him, and with every motion the lab tech slides to fill in the empty space. Round and round they go, twirling and riding across the laboratory's floor. There's an enormous smile on Philip's face. The lights go dim and the alarms begin to sound. Danger, danger, intruder detected. Security protocols engaged. I admire your bravery, noble vassal. Philip rests her hands on top of the little drone. But this is my fight. I, Philip Rex, will defend this land with my life, indeed my very soul. Sir, please clear the area. Hostiles inbound. No, noble spirit. It is you who must. I repeat, clear the area. Hostiles inbound. He nods slowly, his face beaming with pride. Maybe you're right, I am already a Night King. Perhaps this is your time to shine. I'll not rob you of your moment of glory. I will allow you your moment in the sun. And when you return victorious, I shall grant you lands and titles to reward your heroism. Please clear the area. Okay, so that's what's been going on. So he's been going a little bit crazy with... So that's a clearance B panel, executive clearance, so I need to reopen this and see what's behind here. Swipe clearance, key panel. Okay, so it's now open, so pick up an advanced med kit and then we can go down here. A locked safe. Swipe the clearance chips open. So we've got a new drug. So it looks like we're taking on a basilisk. Swipe your... Okay, so the basilisk is probably in here somewhere. There it is. Oh no, these are hellhounds. So you've got hellhounds and basilisks. Right, so I want to move to somewhere where there's good cover. Probably down here. And you probably want to move Glory as well. Probably want to move Iga down here as well. Take an aim shot, try and do some damage. Hopefully they stay away. Oh, there's one behind me. So control mode. Let's try and use the taser. Ow! Let's just try and taser it. Take some AP off of it. She missed twice. There's one basilisk down. Take an aim shot. Ow. Not enough ammo. I think I'm going to lose this. Alright. One. Lost the drone though. Which is a bit annoying. But I didn't expect an enemy to come from the rear. So what is the mission? Oh, I've gone too far. Let's open the executive thing. So the executive clearance cards, key panel is open. It's finally open. They finally opened it. So we have a chat to him, see what he says. Thank you, friend. You've granted me a secret desire that my heart has yearned for, a most respectable supply of non-organic, organ-based foods. You will always be welcome in these hallowed halls. I, Philip Rex, do swear. What happened here? What caused the lockdown? A calamitous series of events began with a spilled cup of soy calf and ended in terror and blood. Full silent and a long awkward pause. Someone spilled soy calf, that's it. Well, no, naturally. The inevitable results of such an incident followed the spill. Do you want me to spell it out for you? Yes, that wasn't an explanation. Then he sighs. I'll have one where to begin. On the morning of the lockdown, all was well. Geyser, an executive, was making his rounds, walking from the console to check up on us. He held a bubbling cup of soy calf and stumbled. We all knew that food and drink were forbidden outside the employees' lounge, but Geyser was a proud man and he would not obey the rules. His pride was in his undoing. He tripped and fell, and he spoiled his soak off on the console in the animal testing wing. There was a terrible snap and sorting circuits, coupled with a stretch of ozone all over the building. Emergency lights flashed and alarms blared. The building went into quarantine mode. He raised his voice and gestured theatrically. Doors locked and shutters slammed closed. We were all trapped inside like rats, but we were not afraid. We were sure that the malfunction would be fixed within the hour. We did not know what was coming for us. Unbeknownst to any of us, Geyser's devil beverage had done more than initiate a forced quarantine. It had also shorted the locks on Billy's cage. The albino basilisk slipped its bonds, and in that moment its reign of terror began. His voice climbed to a roar. Within half an hour of the spill, Billy had slaughtered everyone who could have disengaged the lockdown. Executives were torn limb from limb, their business attire was shredded, their expenditure reports had been bathed in blood, and the rest of us were trapped inside the savage beast. He falls silent as you watch his expression cloud. Then he speaks again, his voice is small. In the end, only Higer and I remained. We managed to trap Billy in the underworld, but there was no hope of escape for us. It's been 2 years, someone should have come knocking before. Now, as far as the outside world was concerned, we were still under quarantine protocols. No one knew and no one cared. The building had presumably been sealed for a reason, and the world at large wasn't hurried to crack it open. Higer and I found ourselves completely isolated from the outside world, the terrible creature running loose in the basement. Our choices were to give up and die, or to make the best of it. Manic cheer that came to expect floods back from the lab. He spreads his arm wide, and as you can plainly see, we chose the latter. We persevered and eventually transformed into a husk of a building, into a glorious kingdom that you find yourself standing in. It was all for the best. It will end. I tamed the land and I have grown to love it. I will never live anywhere else. I'm really into that show. It's my life, my entire life, my entire life for being. Well, it must be rough being a fan of not seeing how it ends. You're saying that there's more? Yeah, the last episode before it got cancelled, you know, hastily written final chapter where you would find out what happened with the invasion. I'd always thought that they had left the ending to the imagination. It was a beautiful dream, but now the dream is over. I will never know peace until I have seen the conclusion myself. You must help me. You must find a way to show me this final episode. I need it. I'm willing to bet that I can do that, Chief. This guy might not know how to disengage the quarantine, but I bet I can. And once we re-establish the building's matrix connection, it'll be no big deal for me to download the last episode and let him watch it. If nothing else, it'll keep him occupied for a while. Don't see why we shouldn't. Go ahead. Sure thing to Chief. The terminal's building all network together, so I should be able to drop the quarantine from the computer in this place. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's the happiest day of my life. Let's go do that for him. I think it's this one, isn't it? Or it's going to be the one over there. Disengage building quarantine. Alright, Chief, watch me work. Cyberdeck punches and escape. Second later, the Y key, building flickers. That can't have been it. Just have to do something else, right? Jack into the Matrix or something. Nope. That's it. Quarantine disengaged. And now I can get through the last episode of this bullshit Trid show. 3 minutes later, grants it up. Done and done. This horrible conclusion to the terrible show is waiting for Man's Media Centre. You want to know how it ends? Not particularly. Two bags I'm going to tell you anyway. Tyrus Rex and his elven suite of dad make up. Bunch of elves fight them. They get their asses kicked, and the whole Kurin and the Demon Lord subplot is dropped because the show effects budgets got cut. In the end, Tyrus saves Lightning Hub by rallying a peasant revolt. It comes out of nowhere, barely makes sense, and the whole thing ends in a vomit, including love scene. Goddamn train wreck. Hey, whatever, as long as it keeps Phil happy. It sounds magnificent. Quarantine's off. The final show is on the records on your computer. A piece to be known and brought to the land. Poor Max, the drone is dead. The drone is dead! I wonder if we can still speak to him. Yeah, that's right, and don't you forget it. Spoken like a true hero. Farewell, my friend. Perhaps one day I'll be able to come to your aid in return. Thank you, noble sir. It will be an honour. Okay, so that's that side mission done at least. As you emerge, blinking into the light of day, you find yourself standing face to face with a veritable wall of security personnel. A man in an expensive suit raises a megaphone to shout at you. You stay right where you are. Who the hell are you? You will place the stolen Bioware samples that you are carrying on the ground and then lie on your belly with your hands to your head. Do it now, or I'll tell my men to open fire. The owner of this material commissioned me to retrieve it. Eggsville, you mean? Yeah, we all know about him. He was had a quite reputation in Spain. We were with Schwer Street Scum, and that material infringes on 15 of our company's patents. The organs that you're carrying are based on our intellectual property. This is unbelievable. This place is locked down for 2 years, and you chose today to come and visit. You think that was a coincidence? We came when the quarantine was broken, had our eyes on this place since the lockdown went into effect. You call us here when you open the doors. Why the wait? You could have broken into this place months ago. The building was quarantined, and yet it's cheaper to set up a camera and to mount a hazmat cleanup effort. As long as the counterfeit merchandise was contained, we didn't care that it was in there, but it will not hit the streets now. Shut your mouth, hit the floor, or I order my men to open fire. So don't make me kill you, man. You can have this Bioware over my dead body. Mirror is meant to open. A shrill voice crackles over the building intercom. It reverberates. You will not threaten this man. The fuck? Too long have my people lived in fear of your aggression. I, Philip Rex, will protect this land from you mongrels, depraved. Corporate spokesman turns the address security officer behind him. You two enter that building and find whoever's on the intercom and silence him. Yes, sir. Turns back to face you, reaching for a sidearm. And for you, as for you, peasants, arise and defend your home. You need only believe in yourself. The power is yours. Ow! So I need to get up, because that was painful. Get into a position. Go move up. Go for a kneecap shot. Move up. Take an aim shot. Ow. Ow. Oh, down I go again. Get the feeling I'm going to need to redo this part, because that's 2 of my men down. Missed. Yeah, I think this is over for me, unless the drones can kill three enemies, which I don't think they can. There we go. Damn. You died. So load last save. Hopefully it's outside. If it's the basilisk, that would be better, but we'll find out. Okay, so it's when I picked up the thing, so it's just go outside, isn't it? Might be worth using med kits now, make sure everyone's fully healed before I go outside. How much life do I need to heal? So I've only got 6 life. So yeah, get Glory to use a med pack. So that heals 30 life, 20 life. So we'll use one of them. There we go. So we're fully healed. Okay, so who the hell are you? Didn't steal anything. It's unbelievable. Breaking into this place months ago. Over my dead body. Here comes the peasant revolution. Good grenade. But now we take a massive pounding. I take 11 damage. Saying that I can heal that up if we can get to somewhere in one move. I can heal that 11 damage. Move Glory to there. Get a gun out. Take a double shot at 34% chance. Double miss. Is there any more like places with his defense? Go back there, switch to a sniper rifle, take an aim shot at that knight errant guard there. Blaze, move to there, take an aim shot at him, miss twice. Ow! And grenade. Ow. Stun grenade. A few 1 APs. I hate grenades, I really do. Okay, we'll try that again. Load game. So we got rewind, which I think takes us back to the beginning of this mission. Yeah, which we're not going to worry about, so we'll just load this bit again. It's like I don't want to. Gotta remember not to like bunch up into big chunky bits because you just get nailed with grenades. You just get absolutely grenade nailed, don't you? Which is just an absolute ball ache. Who the hell are you? Didn't steal it. It's unbelievable. Over my dead body. Here come the peasants. And they miss. Of course they're gonna miss. $20, that's good. I think sprinting sort of down here would be a good idea. I just pointed at the screen, knowing that you can't see it. Let's think about this. Well, is there any good... So there's full cover there. It's half cover there. I really want to go somewhere where I can get... I think there, so I can heal. think getting Phosphorus Grenade or the Frag Grenade, which does 16 damage. No, let's get... Actually, yeah, she can stay there. If we can do... No, actually. Actually get Blizz into that cover. Glory can get her gun out. And Iger can move to there. Not flanked, I don't know what they're on about. Ow. Yeah, this is over again. Let's reload. Can't believe how badly I'm feeling at this. Like, I think getting a lot of distance might actually be a good idea. Going for long distance attacks might actually be the best plan. Might actually be worth getting everyone out of here bar. Okay. Well, this has gone a lot better. A lot better. It's going to be a big miss. Still hit something at least. Take an aimed shot and then a normal shot. Let's shoot him in the knee. Take an aim shot. Take your double shot, followed by another double shot. Got a hit at least. Ow. Ow! Get back inside. Heal up. Let's move Glory forward as well. Try 25, so double miss. Double miss. Ow. 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 Glory. Let's give Glory some extra armor. While she charges up. She charges in for the kill. Let's give an aim accuracy, an increase of accuracy. Let's shoot him in the knee. Missed again. 17% chance. .23, nicely done. Straight to Glory, she should be able to just charge in and hit him. But she missed. Edgar missed. Did some damage at least, that's good. So if we move forward, have we got any chance of hitting anyone? Nope. 17% chance. End my turn, see what he does. He's probably going to kill. Oh, he's not. They're not going for the drones, that's weird. Move forward. 45% chance. Killed him. Glory charge in and smite him. Yes. As the smoke begins to clear, a sound of jubilation out of the Sutherland Bioscience Building intercom system. We've done it, we've done it. It's my friends. The Jub-Uthan hordes have been defeated. With this great victory I declare a new age of exploration and commerce. My peasants will form trade agreements with our neighbouring kingdoms for the benefit of all. You get that? Your neighbouring kingdoms are just office buildings, yeah? Yeah, Phil, I hope it works out for you. Thanks for your assistance. Farewell, stalwart sir. We will remember you always. Hear the rustling sound of Phil pushing himself away from the intercom. A few seconds later, the building's external speakers fall silent. Okay, that went... That way of doing it went better than the last time I tried it just then. So, 3 attempts, 4 attempts. So back we go. So about 4 attempts on that one mission. It's pretty shocking. The U-Bahn trip back from the Andorra Plaza is a shaky one. Surprisingly, the train is packed. The only empty seats are at the very back of the car. A haggard-looking young mother marches down the aisle, dragging her 3 screaming children behind her. 2 boys and a girl, each around 6 years old. As a woman nears you, her eyes fix on the frozen pouches of bioengineered meat that you've liberated from the Sutherland's executive freezer. She opens her mouth to say something, but at that moment the little girl jams a finger into her brother's nose. The boy howls and the young mother shoulders slump. Slowly, robotically, she turns back towards her destination and begins to trundle forward, dragging her squalling offspring forward with the solemnity of a funeral procession. Eventually, the train hums to a stop. You disembark gratefully, lugging a freezer's worth of BioWare samples behind you.